Christianity began as a small sect within Judaism. That's a lie. No Judaism. These were Israelites. So now they're telling you that these were black Jews who were Christians. Our people were never dealing with a religion called Judaism. Judaism comes from what the Samaritans were dealing with. The Samaritans were dealing with in the land of Samaria. When the 10 tribes were taken out of Israel, the northern kingdom, when they started dealing with witchcraft, child sacrifice, but still they would follow the law when it comes to the priesthood. So that's where Judaism comes from. That's mysticism, craft. So don't try to mix what Christ and the disciples were dealing with Judaism. Judaism has its own origin. The Judaism religion's origin is Babylonian and from the Canaanites. So I got to do some correction for some of these so-called historians here. Christianity began as a small sect within Judaism in the 1st century CE and gradually expanded beyond its Israelite roots, not Jewish, Israelite roots, to encompass a diverse group of believers from all walks of life. We even started converting Romans, who were white people. One of the key factors in the spread of Christianity was the work of the apostles, including Peter and Paul, who traveled extensively throughout the Mediterranean world to spread the message of Yeshua Mashiach, whom the world called Jesus Christ. These early missionaries established new communities of believers and wrote letters and other works that helped to define and spread the teachings of Christianity. Another important factor in the spread of Christianity was its message of hope and salvation. Yeah, there's a little bit more to that. Dominion and power and rulership was also a part of that doctrine, which threatened the Roman Empire. Okay, hope is what Obama gives you. Christ brings forth the kingdom. At a time when many people in the Roman Empire were openly incorporating more foreign gods into their religious system, Christianity offered an attractive vision of a better world based on love, compassion. I don't know about this equality thing, because if Christ is king, Caesar going to be equal with him. So you can chuck that word equality. That equality never existed, ever, and never will. And I'm okay with that. Equality is a fool's errand. I'll tell you what. When you accomplish, when you fulfill you're getting hope. Whenever you actually get that hope they're promising, you'll find equality. Why did Nero target Christians? Well, the motivations behind Nero's persecution of Christians are complex and multifaceted. There is no one single reason for Nero's hostility towards Christians. I think this historian here needs to join the academy, because there is a reason. It was the omen amongst the Roman Empire that there was a king who would come, according to prophecy, that will one day take down and destroy the Roman Empire and put all nations under the children of Israel through our King Christ. That's why Nero had a problem with these Christians. Okay, these Christians weren't bringing the Rainbow Coalition with Jesse Jackson, okay? I don't know what type of Christian is that. But rather a combination of political, social, and religious factors that contributed to his actions. One possible motivation for Nero's persecution of Christians was political. Listen to this and listen to this good while I go into the Trump discussion today, this evening. Nero's persecution of Christians was political. So it's about time our people begin to understand politics. Okay? And when they say the Bible have nothing to do with politics, they're out of their minds. They set up a political structure, had that political structure in place to oppose the prophetic people. See, there's a difference between a republic and a democracy. I'll go into that another time. But if you believe in this Bible, you better understand politics. Because what the children of Israel was teaching, I'm talking about the true Christians. It would disrupt the political norm. Why? Because Esau rules through deception. And only the truth can expose his true intent. For example, before I get back to this, for example, if you understand that Esau felt slighted by Jacob from the beginning, and him and Ishmael were seeking to take Jacob down. Why? There was a prophecy that Jacob, through Abraham and Isaac, would one day rule the earth and beyond. If Esau one day got that opportunity to rule, he'll never tell the other nations, well, listen, y'all helping me to rule, but I don't seek to share any of this with none of you. He can't do that because then what? Then he'll lose his help against us. So he come with this world kumbaya, all people equal facade. So to have all nations operate together with him against us until it's their turn to be destroyed. See, under his political structure, he can deceive people like that. But the Christians knew better. We knew what their intents were once they received power. It was in the word. It was all through the word what Esau was trying to do. Okay, so no way he could try to fool the Christians. Peter and Paul, we knew what Rome was doing. This is why even Paul stated the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Don't wait for a new Antichrist. The Antichrist is in Rome. See? So this is why our people got in the way of the political systems or disturbed Nero politics. Because why? It was us exposing their true nature, their true intent for the world. They meant the world no good. And they couldn't encompass us or bring us into this kumbaya because we understood politically who they were. And it was based on what? Not just who they were prophetically, but the immorality they hid in darkness. They were immoral, perverted. See? And the law exposed their hypocrisy. So guess what? They could no longer operate under a facade when true Christians were present. Nero's persecution of Christians were political. Nero was known for his authoritarian rule, and was often at odds with various groups in Roman society, including the Senate, the military, and the Israelites. I don't know about no Jewish population. We were Israelites, okay? And we are Israelites. Christianity was seen as a threat to the established order. See? Now, this is when Christianity was true Christianity and not this mess we see today. Christianity was seen as a threat to the established order, as it rejected the traditional Roman gods. That's right. The Israelites weren't celebrating Christmas, Easter, Sunday worship. We were rejecting all of their Roman holidays and did not recognize the authority of the emperor. See, Christ is king. Christ was and is our king. By persecuting Christians, Nero may have been seeking to assert his power and authority over a group that he saw as a potential source of dissent and rebellion. Another possible motivation by Nero's persecution of Christians was social. Christianity was a new growing religion in the Roman Empire, and it challenged traditional social hierarchies by promoting the idea of equality and brotherhood among all believers, regardless of social status or background. Well, one thing about maybe this is what he's saying here. There was no respect of persons. You weren't going to get some status amongst those who believed in Christ strictly based on what you did out in the world, being recognized as somebody big in the Roman Empire. And they didn't like that. They thought that if they were somebody in the world, they should have that same status amongst those who believed in Christ. And no, Christ told that rich man, nah, sell everything you have and follow me. Okay? Not that rich man wasn't going to receive 100-fold, because he would have. Let's see who you are without your things, without your status. Let's see what's in you, your heart, your spirit. Let's see if you're so attached to this world that you're willing to what? Not build within. It was a test. And they didn't like that, because some people, the things they have in the world, that status, that's all they've ever acquired. With no building within, with no spirit within them at all. You strip away the status the world have given them and strip it away the money, and they feel worthless. They feel they have nothing. And you know what? Christ would test every man the same way. What are you willing to give up to be accepted in his kingdom? What are you willing to give up to become a real somebody? And see, the Romans didn't like that. Why? Because the Romans could make you rich. And if you disobey or cross the Romans, they would take who you are and everything you work for away. Because it was their power to give it to you. See? They didn't like that about Christians, because Christians starts off with nothing. The true believers, and are built by Christ and are shaped by Christ. And their status, the world cannot claim they gave that to those who truly believe in Christ. See? Stick with me here. That was a threat, because now the Roman Empire cannot hold anything over these men. See? See? The real test is not when you have everything. The real test is, what can you do from the bottom with only you and the Most High there? That's the real test.